N-400 Interview Part 1. Clear Animated Guide to First 35 Questions, 2025.
Hey Mark, long time no see. How's your preparation for the citizenship interview going?
Hey Anne, I've been studying a lot, but I'm still nervous. I'm not sure if I can remember all the civics questions.
Don't worry, let's practice together. I'll ask you 35 questions and help explain them too. Ready?
Absolutely. Let's do it.
Question 1. How many senators do we have?
100.
That's right. We have 50 states and each has 2 senators. Question 2. What are 2 cabinet-level positions?
Attorney General and Vice President.
Good. These are people who help advise the president. Question 3. What stops one branch of government from becoming too powerful?
Checks and balances.
Exactly. Each branch can control the others a little, so no one becomes too strong. Question 4. Who signs bills to become laws?
The President.
Correct. After Congress passes a bill, the President signs it to make it a law. Question 5. Where is the Statue of Liberty?
The New York Harbor.
Yes, it's in New York. It's a symbol of freedom and welcome. Question 6. There are 4 amendments to the Constitution about who can vote. Describe one.
Any citizen can vote.
That's right. This means both men and women, all citizens, can vote. Question 7. What is the name of the national anthem?
The Star-Spangled Banner.
Correct. It's the song we sing at special national events. Question 8. What is the name of the President of the United States now?
Donald Trump.
Yes, according to the current study guide. Question 9. Name one of the 2 longest rivers in the United States.
The Mississippi River.
Right. It's one of the biggest rivers in the country. Question 10. What did Susan B. Anthony do?
She fought for women's rights.
Correct. She helped women get the right to vote. Question 11. What is the capital of the United States?
Washington, D.C.
That's right. It's where our federal government is located. Question 12. Name one war fought by the United States in the 1900s.
World War II.
Yes, the U.S. fought in this war from 1941 to 1945. Question 13. What ocean is on the east coast of the United States?
The Atlantic Ocean.
Correct. It borders the eastern states. Question 14. What major event happened on September 11, 2001 in the United States?
Terrorists attacked the United States.
Yes, it was a sad day and changed many things in the country. Question 15. In what month do we vote for president?
November.
Right. It's always in November every 4 years. Question 16. Name your U.S. representative.
It depends on where I live.
Exactly. Each district has its own representative. Question 17. Who is the commander-in-chief of the military?
The President.
Yes, the President leads the U.S. military. Question 18. Why did the colonists fight the British?
Because of high taxes.
Correct. They didn't want to pay unfair taxes. Question 19. Who was the president during the Great Depression and World War II?
Franklin Roosevelt.
That's right. He helped lead the country through tough times. Question 20. Name one war fought by the United States in the 1800s.
The Civil War.
Yes, that was a war between the North and the South. Question 21. Name one branch or part of the government.
The President.
Correct. That's the executive branch. Question 22. Who did the United States fight in World War I?
Japan, Germany, and Italy.
Actually, in World War I, the U.S. mainly fought against Germany and its allies. Japan was on the U.S. side then. Question 23. Name one U.S. territory. Question 23. Name one U.S. territory.
Puerto Rico.
Right. Puerto Rico is part of the U.S., but not a state. Question 24. What are two ways that Americans can participate in their democracy?
Vote and run for office.
Yes, that means we can choose leaders or become one. Question 25. Under our Constitution, what is one power of the states?
To give a driver's license.
Correct. States decide who can drive. Question 26. What is the capital of your state?
Depends on the state.
Right. Each state has its own capital city. Question 27. Name one state that borders Canada.
New York.
Correct. It touches the Canadian border. Question 28. Name one state that borders Mexico.
California.
Yes, it's one of the 4 states on the U.S.-Mexico border. Question 29. What are 2 rights of everyone living in the United States?
Freedom of speech and freedom of religion.
Right. Everyone here has these rights, not just citizens. Question 30. What territory did the United States buy from France in 1803?
Louisiana.
Correct. This was called the Louisiana Purchase. Question 31. Who was president during World War I?
Woodrow Wilson.
Yes, he was the U.S. president during that war. Question 32. Who is the Chief Justice of the United States now?
John Roberts.
Correct. He leads the U.S. Supreme Court. Question 33. The House of Representatives has how many voting members?
435.
Right. That number depends on the population of each state. Question 34. What is one reason colonists came to America?
Freedom.
Yes, many people came for religious or personal freedom. Question 35. What is an amendment?
A change to the Constitution.
Correct. It's how we update or fix the Constitution. You did great, Mark. I think you're ready.
Thanks, Anne. Practicing with you helps a lot. I remember the answers better when someone explains them.
That's a good strategy. I also used flashcards and did practice interviews with a friend. Speaking the answers out loud really helps.
Yeah, repeating the answers helps me memorize, and your explanations made things clearer.
It's also helpful to watch videos or listen to recordings while doing other things. That way, the questions stay in your head.
That's a smart idea. I'll try that.
And don't forget to take breaks. A calm mind remembers better.
True. I'll focus on understanding, not just memorizing.
Exactly. The more you understand, the more confident you'll feel during the interview.
Thank you so much, Anne. This was really helpful.
Anytime, you're going to do great. Just keep practicing and believe in yourself.
N-400 Interview Part 2. Animated Answers to Sensitive and Challenging Questions, 2025.
Ready for Part 2, Mark? You're doing awesome so far.
Yes, I'm feeling more confident now. Let's keep going.
Question 36. Who was the first president?
George Washington.
Correct. He led the country after independence. Question 37. What group of people was taken to America and sold as slaves?
Africans.
That's right. Sadly, they were brought against their will. Question 38. Who is the father of our country?
George Washington.
Correct. He helped create the U.S. government. Question 39. What is one thing Benjamin Franklin is famous for?
He was a U.S. diplomat.
Yes, and he helped get support from France during the Revolution. Question 40. Why does the flag have 13 stripes?
Because there were 13 original colonies.
Exactly. The stripes represent the first states. Question 41. What is freedom of religion?
You can practice any religion or not practice a religion.
Correct. The government cannot force a religion on anyone. Question 42. Why do some states have more representatives than others?
Because they have more people.
Right. Representation is based on population. Question 43. What do we show loyalty to when we say the Pledge of Allegiance?
The United States.
Yes, it shows respect for the country. Question 44. Who wrote the Declaration of Independence?
Thomas Jefferson.
Correct. He was the main author in 1776. Question 45. How many U.S. senators are there?
100.
Right, 2 per state. Question 46. What is the highest court in the United States?
The Supreme Court.
Correct. It has the final say on laws. Question 47. Name 2 national U.S. holidays.
New Year's Day and Christmas.
Good. These are federal holidays. Question 48. The idea of self-government is in the first 3 words of the Constitution. What are these words?
We the people.
Yes, it means the people have the power. Question 49. What is one of your state's U.S. senators?
Depends on the state.
Exactly. You'll need to know the name for your interview. Question 50. Who is in charge of the executive branch?
The President.
Correct. The President leads that branch. Question 51. Who vetoes bills?
The President.
Right. That means they reject a law from Congress. Question 52. What are the 2 major political parties in the United States?
Democratic and Republican.
Correct. These are the main parties. Question 53. When must all men register for the Selective Service?
At age 18.
Yes, it's required for possible military service. Question 54. There were 13 original states. Name 3 of them.
New York, New Jersey, New Hampshire.
Correct. They were among the first colonies. Question 55. Why does the flag have 50 stars?
Because there are 50 states.
Exactly. 1 star for each state. Question 56. What is the political party of the president now?
Republican.
Yes, as listed in the official guide. Question 57. How many justices are on the Supreme Court?
9.
Right, they serve for life. Question 58. Who lived in America before the Europeans arrived?
American Indians.
Yes, they are the original peoples of the land. Question 59. Who does a U.S. Senator represent?
All people of the state.
Correct, not just the ones who voted for them. Question 60. What are the 2 parts of the U.S. Congress?
The Senate and the House of Representatives.
Yes, together they make the laws. Question 61. We elect a president for how many years?
4.
Right, every 4 years in November. Question 62. What is the name of the war between the North and the South?
The Civil War.
Correct. It was fought over slavery and states' rights. Question 63. What did Martin Luther King Jr. do?
He fought for civil rights.
Yes, he wanted equal rights for everyone. Question 64. The Federalist Papers supported the passage of the U.S. Constitution. Name one of the writers.
John Jay.
Right. He helped explain and promote the Constitution. Question 65. What did the Emancipation Proclamation do?
Freed the slaves.
Yes, it was an important step to end slavery. Question 66. Before he was president, Eisenhower was a general. What war was he in?
World War II.
Correct. He was a top general in that war. Question 67. When do we celebrate Independence Day?
July 4th.
Right. That's when the U.S. declared independence in 1776. Question 68. During the Cold War, what was the main concern of the United States?
Communism.
Correct. The U.S. wanted to stop it from spreading. Question 69. What is one responsibility that is only for United States citizens?
To vote in a federal election.
Yes, only citizens can vote in national elections. Question 70. Name one problem that led to the Civil War.
Slavery.
Correct. It was the biggest reason for the war. Wow, Mark, you just answered 70 questions. You've got this.
Thanks, Anne. Practicing with you really helps. Your explanations make it easier to understand.
That's key, Mark. When studying for the naturalization test, don't just memorize. Try to understand the meaning behind the questions.
Yeah, that makes it stick better in my mind.
Also, practice every day, even for just 15 to 20 minutes. Use flashcards, quiz apps, or talk with someone like we're doing now.
I'll try that. Speaking out loud helps a lot.
It does, and try to relate the answers to real life, like remembering holidays you celebrate or senators you've heard about.
Great tips. I feel more confident now.
You should. Keep reviewing, stay calm, and don't be afraid to ask for help.
Thank you again, Anne. This study session was amazing.
Anytime, Mark. You're going to become a U.S. citizen in no time.
N-400 Interview Part 3. Final. Real Interview Experience and Animated Tips. 2025.
All right, Mark. We've come so far. Just 30 more questions to go. Ready for the final stretch?
Let's do it. I feel like I'm in the zone now.
Question 71. If the president can no longer serve, who becomes president?
The vice president.
Correct. The VP is next in line. Question 72. When is the last day you can send in federal income tax forms?
April 15th.
Right. That's the tax deadline every year. Question 73. What happened at the Constitutional Convention?
The Constitution was written.
Exactly. That's when the U.S. created its new government. Question 74. What do we call the first 10 amendments to the Constitution?
The Bill of Rights.
Yes, these protect basic rights like speech and religion. Question 75. What is the economic system in the United States?
Market economy.
Correct. Prices are mostly set by supply and demand. Question 76. What does the Constitution do?
Sets up the government.
Yes, it gives structure and rules to the U.S. government. Question 77. Who is a governor of your state now?
Depends on the state.
Right. Make sure you learn the name for your state. Question 78. How many amendments does the Constitution have?
27.
Correct. These are updates to the original document. Question 79. What is the rule of law?
Everyone must follow the law.
Exactly. No one is above the law. Question 80. Name one right only for United States citizens.
To vote in a federal election.
Right. Only citizens can vote in national elections. Question 81. If both the president and the vice president can no longer serve, who becomes president?
The Speaker of the House.
Correct. That's third in line to lead the country. Question 82. We elect a U.S. Senator for how many years?
6.
Yes, senators serve 6-year terms. Question 83. What are two rights in the Declaration of Independence?
Life and liberty.
Good. These are considered natural rights. Question 84. What is one right or freedom from the First Amendment?
Speech.
Correct. You can say what you think freely. Question 85. What ocean is on the west coast of the United States?
The Pacific Ocean.
Right. It borders states like California and Oregon. Question 86. What is the name of the Vice President of the United States now?
J.D. Vance.
Yes, based on the latest update in the guide. Question 87. What is one important thing that Abraham Lincoln did?
He freed the slaves.
Yes, that was the Emancipation Proclamation. Question 88. What is one promise you make when you become a United States citizen?
To be loyal to the United States.
Right. It means you support the U.S. and follow its laws. Question 89. Who makes federal laws?
Congress.
Correct. That's the Senate and House working together. Question 90. Under our Constitution, some powers belong to the federal government. What is one power?
To print money.
Yes, only the federal government can do that. Question 91. What is the name of the Speaker of the House of Representatives now?
Mike Johnson.
Correct. He leads the House of Representatives, which is one part of Congress. Question 92. What movement tried to end racial discrimination?
The Civil Rights Movement.
Yes, it fought for equal rights. Question 93. Name one American Indian tribe in the United States.
Crow.
Good. That's one of many recognized tribes. Question 94. What is the supreme law of the land?
The Constitution.
Right. No law is above it. Question 95. What does the President's Cabinet do?
They advise the President.
Yes, they give expert opinions and help make decisions. Question 96. When was the Constitution written?
1787.
Correct. That was after the Revolutionary War. Question 97. What did the Declaration of Independence do?
It announced our independence from Great Britain.
Right. That's how the U.S. became free. Question 98. When was the Declaration of Independence adopted?
July 4th, 1776.
Yes, that's why we celebrate Independence Day. Question 99. What does the judicial branch do?
Reviews laws.
Correct. It checks if laws follow the Constitution. Question 100. How old do citizens have to be to vote for president?
18 and older.
Exactly. You can vote starting at 18. You did it, Mark. 100 questions. How do you feel?
Tired, but also proud. That was a lot, but your help made it doable.
You should be proud. You've worked hard. Out of all the questions, which ones do you think are the hardest?
Maybe the ones that depend on where I live, like who my senator or governor is.
Yes, those local official questions can be tricky if you forget to look them up.
Also the questions about history, like who wrote what or exact dates. They take more memory work.
True. I usually suggest focusing extra time on history facts and writing down the names of your officials somewhere visible.
That's a good idea. I think the trickiest one for me was remembering who comes after the vice president if they can't serve.
Ah, yes, the Speaker of the House. That one trips up a lot of people.
And some of the questions that sound similar, like about the Constitution versus Declaration of Independence, easy to confuse.
Yes, that's why understanding what each document does is more important than just memorizing the names.
I'm going to review those again, but overall, I feel way more ready now.
You're going to do great, Mark. Keep practicing, and don't let one hard question shake your confidence.
Thanks for everything, Anne. This journey felt a lot easier with your help.
Anytime, future citizen.